Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome. Good to see everyone. We are back to doing compatible readings, and tonight's compatible reading is on Sagittarius because it's Sagittarius season and it's with Sagittarius Capricorn. Okay? And I always like to mention a famous couple regarding this time period, and it's Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. Sinatra and Gardner met in the 40s, it says here, and followed her divorce. They met and had a long courtship here. It was their second marriage, and this was back in the 50s, I guess, 51. And so a little bit about the relationship between Sagittarius and Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. The relationship certainly has a stormy side, it says. The magnetism between these two is compelling, fascinate one another. In retrospect, it may seem that their meeting and subsequent interaction was meant to be. So it was meant to be. Although high seriousness is often a characteristic of Sagittarius and Sagittarius Capricorns, their relationship is a strange blend of clearly articulated thought and feelings. These two are unquestionably on the same wavelength. So they're on the same wavelength. Whether or not they like each other, they usually have a deep understanding of each other's needs. Whether positive or negative, love affairs and marriages are extremely close, with the partners well aware of where they stand with each other. Erotic desire is very much evident here, yet it does not necessarily emerge as the most important aspects of such relationships, particularly as they progress. Both partners are extremely more concerned with establishing emotional bonds and keeping the romantic flame burning brighter. Unfortunately, the feelings involved here can run counter to the development of empathy. Sagittarius and Sagittarius Capricorn are likely to be enemies as friends, whether they find themselves in opposition to each other. Their struggles can be epic, capable of being resolved by a single confrontation. The battle often continues throughout their lives. As friends, these two, extremely interested in one another's activities, may attempt projects together, artistic, socially, or political nature. Parent-child relationships are usually unfavorable here. Personalities will tend to trigger each other's emotions. Too often, Sagittarius Capricorn silence and Sagittarius anger conspire to undercut any real chance of communication. Colleagues and co-workers in this combination can make a powerful and effective work team, which thrives on opposition and struggle and often succeeds through sheer tendency. The advice, though: try to keep feelings under control. Work to develop empathy. Keep lines of communication open. Don't be distracted in your search for values. So don't be distracted. Right, and here's a little bit more. Two poles apart, which they can encompass a whole world between them. The Sagittarius, by nature optimistic, Sagittarius Capricorn's more realistic, and though potentially it's a vital mix, these two more often form a powerful union with qualities they intensify by the other, whether they are rivals or serve as the same team. They complement each other perfectly. So natural, the bond, the partners often fulfill more than one role in each other's lives, and reason correctly that succeed in one area could indicate a similar superiority in another. One element of this matchup is the partners often activate each other's dark side and must be sure to keep destructive tendencies from getting out of hand. Friendships and marriages may develop into career association and vice versa. Couples with a close emotional ties to have remarkable success in business, sports, scientific or artistic pursuits, but financial disagreements arising from the tensions between them, liberal spending. Okay, friendly rivals between the partners stimulate them both to higher levels of performance, a positive form of competitiveness on which the relationship seems to thrive. They are exceptionally willing to learn from each other in certain areas and may prove the other's best teacher. Love affairs can be good, I guess, here. Dark desires may be aroused. It can lead just as easily, and gratification. So there's gratification there, and in the family relations may be fate, since each may come to represent point of view within a group based on family rules and patterns may prevent the two from interacting personally and thus having a chance to work on their differences. And the advice here is learn from your differences, don't compromise them away, keep an eye on your dark side, reach financial agreements, and avoid labels. Go for a little bit more over here. Because tendency to think big, these two are likely to overlook some important details. Maybe starting them right in the face, often intent on the forest, they may miss the trees. They allow idealistic visions to get in their way of performance of necessary tasks. The partners here may be dependent on others to clean up after them, and since such rarely come for free. A good bookkeeper, accountant, domestic helper, and yard worker, for starters, may be necessary. The partners don't see what they don't want to see, may ignore all kinds of warning signals until it's too late. They could rely on the partner's difficult combination to serve functions. One who would also encourage them to kick off their high energy projects, but at last the relationship between the two does not grant benefits. Love affairs, marriages, and friendships are highly optimistic. The partner's inability to see the relationship doesn't want such confidence, yet guaranteed bewilderment and despair if things don't go the way they expect. Siblings may be dependent on partners or parents who will care matters, allowing them to go sailing off into the great beyond. So the great beyond with this. With relationships between them, perhaps the most successful of all, when engaged in projects together, whether professionally, socially, or family nature, the partners will usually see them through because they are exceptionally responsible, because usually no other obstacles. Furthermore, projects that seem overly ambitious to some may be viewed quite manageable, therefore easily accomplished. In career matters, the biggest problem, sometimes they don't matters highly speculated. The beliefs that growth is inevitable, unlimited, can create an extremely risky outlook, and in business it can prove okay. Well, the advice: even you have limitations, recognize them, deal with what is in front of you. Try to focus on the details once in a while. So focus on the details once in a while. So that concludes the Sagittarius and Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for any donations, large or small, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.